So you're planning a trip for a vacation to the upstate of South Carolina, or perhaps you're checking out the local housing market to do a little home shopping. Whatever your case may be, I've put together a list of things you should consider doing in order to get prepared. So kick your shoes off. Stay a while. Salutations, good people. I'm Josh. In my opinion, the upstate of South Carolina is a great place to check out, whether you want to explore its natural beauty, rich history, and vibrant culture, or if you're looking for a permanent residence and a place to call home. Regardless, you'll want to make sure you watch today's video all the way to the end to make sure you're prepared. So when should you pay a visit to Upstate SC? The best time to visit Upstate South Carolina depends on your preferences. The springtime has mild weather, blooming flowers, and outdoor activities like hiking, which are perfect for this time of season. Or if you're looking to visit in summer, you're looking at warmer weather, perfect for water activities on the lake and outdoor festivals. But I'll warn you, it can be hot and humid. Or if a cooler temperature is what you're after, the fall time is perfect to see some beautiful fall foliage, and it's also harvest season for peaches and apples. And in the wintertime, you're looking at cooler weather, but it's manageable. It's a quieter time to explore, especially if you like avoiding crowds. So what areas of the upstate should you check out? While Greenville, Spartanburg, and Anderson are some focal points of the upstate, maybe you want to stay a little closer to the mountains, and Travelers Rest or Pickens might be a little more your speed. For example, Travelers Rest is nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, just minutes from Greenville. The town of Pickens in the northern section of Pickens County lies in the Blue Ridge Mountain terrains near the southern end of the Appalachian chain and includes Table Rock and Kiowee-Toxaway state parks. It's important to note that Greenville itself is just 30 minutes north of downtown Greenville in what we call the mountain region, which is home to the cliffs at Glassy Mountain, the cliffs at Mountain Park, and the Cliffs Valley. However, I encourage you to do a little research yourself when deciding on where to stay if you want to be close to the mountains, because there are definitely more towns that will get you close to the mountains. And in these towns, if you want to do some hiking, I would explore Table Rock State Park, Caesar's Head, and just the Blue Ridge Mountains in general for hiking trails and some scenic views. Okay, maybe it's the lake scene that you want to be close to, and check out spots for fishing or water activities. The aforementioned Anderson, South Carolina has many connection points to Lake Hartwell, as well as Clemson, South Carolina, which borders the same lake. And speaking of Clemson, if you're thinking about visiting this college town, or maybe checking out the university, go Tigers, you'll also have a short drive to access Lake Kiowee. And if you want to explore more of that lake, I would check into the town of Seneca. Now, a lot of folks who visit this area at least want to check out Greenville and what it has to offer, even if you're not going to stay in the town of Greenville. In Greenville, you'll have no, and I mean no, shortage of places to dine and eat. And I love sharing this fact anytime I get a chance on this channel or the topic gets brought up. It's that Greenville has the most restaurants per capita than any other town in the entire country. Notice I said capita, not the most restaurants. And whether or not you stay in Greenville is up to you, but you gotta try some local cuisine regardless. And if it sounds like something you're interested in, you should try and find a place that's gonna serve you up some barbecue or shrimp and grits or some good old peach cobbler. And if you do stay in Greenville, one of the first things you should do is check out Falls Park. Once you get there, it won't take long to realize for yourself that it's something special. And if you have kids, make sure to take them to one of Greenville's awesome parks. If you're a baseball fan and it's the right time of year, go catch a baseball game at Fluor Field. There you can watch the Greenville Drive team play. If you're a big history buff, there's museums for you to check out as well. You can check out the Upcountry Museum in Greenville, the 96 National Historic Site, the Military History Center of the Carolinas, South Carolina State Museum in Columbia, or for the kids, the Children's Museum of the Upstate in Greenville. And for you art and music lovers, there's also museums for you out there. And depending on what time of year you decide to visit, there are no shortage of festivals throughout the entire upstate. One of the biggest ones is Fall for Greenville. It's a food and music festival typically held in October. Or Greenville's Artist Fair. It's a renowned art festival held annually in May. Or the South Carolina Peach Festival. It's held in July and celebrates one of the state's most famous crops. And that's just scratching the surface when it comes to festivals across the upstate. Make sure to check the local event calendar to plan accordingly. And a good thing to keep in mind across the board when planning a trip to the upstate, go ahead and plan for traffic and weather. While I listed the seasons to you earlier, South Carolina weather can vary, especially in the summer, and even more especially transitioning from winter to spring. There's a pretty weird time of year when it comes to weather in that window. And if you plan on doing any outdoor activities, Staying in line with talking about the weather, make sure you pack the right clothing. You might want to bring along some hiking shoes. You'll want to pack some layers for potential cooler evenings. Make sure you've got your sunscreen and insect repellent, because when it gets humid here, the bugs come out to play. Pick up any guidebooks or download the appropriate apps just for navigating the area and discovering some potential hidden gems. And of course, bring your best camera to capture all the views. Now, if you're a local of the Upstate and I've missed anything that you think would be wise to keep in mind for somebody from out of state or across the state, feel free to mention that in the comments below to help out a potential visitor. Or if you have any questions yourself and you're considering a trip, whether it be to hunt for real estate or to just take a vacation, make sure to leave those questions in the comments below. And if you are potentially planning a move to the Upstate of South Carolina, I'd be more than happy to help. As a realtor here in the Upstate of South Carolina, it's been my pleasure to help families move from all across the country to this beautiful area. And if there's anything I can do, my information will be right here. I've been Josh Oglesby with Real Broker LLC and Upstate SC Living, reminding you to work hard, be kind, and do enjoy yourselves.